Hello everyone, my name is Next, and today I'm going to show you a first on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. The first ever true Zerotick bamboo farm. And this is the first because previously we had a method that relied on chunk loading and unloading, but I don't consider that true Zerotick because it wasn't Zerotick, that's kind of hard to explain. But whatever, this right here, this can be used anywhere, so you don't have to stay in a minecart to actively unload and load chunks and whatever. You can use this while doing other stuff, etc. And unlike the video I posted a few days ago, this works reliably, so the sand will not randomly break if you properly follow the instructions. Now this is based on a new Zerotick concept that was discovered by me. So basically how this works is, as you know, sand falls, and as you can see there are 6 pieces of sand right here. And the sand is right about to fall, and then, you know, the bamboo will break, but when the piston extends again, the sand returns back to normal, and the breaking update that the bamboo was supposed to receive turns into a growth update, and that's how we basically make these bamboo plants force grow. And this concept also works with kelp, sugarcane, and cactus. Sugarcane of course is not needed since we have a faster method, but right here I have kelp and right here I have cactus. These will be for a future tutorial because I am improving upon the video I posted a few days ago. So I did not exactly test the rates, but all I know is that it produces over 20,000 bamboo per hour, which is slightly more than 2 hoppers can handle, so be aware that over time your hoppers will overflow a little, but that's not a really big problem because this produces so much bamboo you won't even need to use it for long. Alright, but there's a few things that you have to know about building this. First of all, you have to build this right on a chunk border. So as you can see, this right here is a chunk border, and this is a chunk visualizer pack. I will get into that later. And the reason why you have to build this right on a chunk border is that because when items are being moved, you know, those dropped items, if they are being moved in the same chunk as where the sand is, the sand will break for some reason. I don't know why it happens, but as you can see, if that is up and running, and I just drop some items here, since that is not the same chunk, nothing will break. But if I go into the same chunk as the sand and drop some items, as you can see, it already starts collapsing, and that is the main issue about this farm. You have to make sure that in the same chunk where the sand is, there is preferably no item activity or entity activity at all. So if you have time, I would completely clear out the chunk, and if you don't have that much time, just leave it running, and whenever like it collapses or something, just check for caves and stuff. And worst of all, if it's in an ocean, just remove the kelp and everything. And this is also why we are using slime blocks to break the bamboo, because if we are using a piston for each piece of bamboo, the bamboo might get stuck on top of the sand and then it might glitch through the sand, which in turn will cause the sand to collapse, and then a massive chain reaction goes on because the sand turns into an item, which makes more sand collapse and your whole farm will break. So you can use pistons if you want for the breaking, but I would not recommend it, because in my testing that proved unreliable, so I would just go with slime, because that works well. And as you can see, since we have it right built on a chunk border, all the collection happens in another chunk than the sand, and everything runs stable and super fast, as you can see. And yeah, this applies to all 3 or 4 if you count sugarcane types of this Zerotick method, so yeah, take that into consideration. And with that all cleared up, I say we build this, but one thing you have to get before building this is this chunk border pack right here. So if you already have it, all good, but if you don't, there is a link to it in my Discord server. So if you just go in the description of this video, there's a Discord link. Discord is just some chat platform, and this is also where I mainly hang out, and this is also where you can get this pack, so yeah. So these are the materials that you are going to need for this build right here. So you can screenshot this and get the materials, and then I will be right back for you. Alright, so with the chunk border pack enabled, you are going to want to go to any of those colored lines and then just put 1 block of spacing, and then your double chest. This is your collection. So as you can see, this is line right here, and there's 1 block, and there's the chest. And then just place your hoppers facing into the chest like this. Now go out by 6 on either side, on the other side of the chunk border. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just place pistons on top. This will be what pushes the sand up and down. Now just pull out solid blocks and just put them everywhere. Just like this. And then you can pull more solid blocks around, leave the top of the chest free, and just place some signs on the sides of those pistons. This will be what keeps the water away from the hoppers, so that everything gets distributed properly and that it doesn't flow out everywhere right here. And what you can do next is just pull along some solid blocks right here. Now just go right here and go out by 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can just place some redstone dust just like this. This will be what toggles our farm on and off. And just place a salt block right here. And also make sure to place a lever right here. You can toggle that for now. As you can see, that will turn on all pistons. Now place an observer going right here. 1 solid block, a torch on the side of that solid block, 1 more solid block, 1 more torch, solid block, redstone repeater on 3 ticks, and another repeater on 3 ticks, 1 solid block, another solid block, and 1 redstone dust. And this is the clock what controls our entire system. Now if you are having issues with the timings on this clock right here, you can just set it to 4 ticks on both. It worked fine in my testing with both repeaters on 3 ticks, but that may be an issue for you since you know realms are laggy, etc. So just try it out like this, and if that doesn't work out, then make it on 4 ticks on both. Alright, now you are going to want to place all your sand on top of the pistons, so you have to do 6 layers each. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if we just turn off this lever for a second, as you can see, it will stop falling right before it reaches this sand, and this is how we update the bamboo in this farm. Alright, with that turned off, you just want to go to the backside right here and place 1 observer, 1 solid block, just go up by 1 like this, place 2 redstone dust, and then you can place 1 sticky piston on top of that redstone dust. And then just pull your slime along here, and this is what will break and launch the bamboo properly, which is necessary in order for this farm to function properly. Now with that slime in place, we are going to take our leaves, so go out by 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can just place your row of leaves on top, and then take your glass and place it like this. Next up, take your bamboo and place them on top of the sand. Now you can leave them as saplings, you don't actually have to make it grow up. And I believe that is the complete actual farm done. Now let's give this a try. So just flick this lever right here. And as you can see, each bamboo sapling will start growing up. And then it all gets broken and everything gets collected in this chest right here. So perfect, you have successfully built a Zerotick bamboo farm in your Minecraft Bedrock Edition world. So as mentioned at the beginning of the video, there are a number of things that are harmful to this farm, notably if you have stuff such as items going on in the same chunk as the sand. So just avoid doing that, and if you avoid doing that, you will have yourself a very fast Zerotick bamboo farm for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So maybe consider joining our Discord server. It's just a nice place to hang out and to have fun, and if you have any technical questions, I will also often be there to answer them. And you can also get, of course, the chunk border pack there. I also have a Twitch channel where I sometimes stream, but not very often. And of course my Patreon page. So it is only thanks to the support of my Patreon supporters that I'm able to make these really cool things. So yeah, maybe consider supporting me on there. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Maybe hit the subscribe button, because I would very much appreciate that with all the work I put into these farms. And yeah, my name is Nex, and bye bye.